Introspection is the process of examining one's thought, feelings, and mental states. It involves a self reflection and self observation, allowing individuals to gain insights into their emotions, motivations, and behaviors. This practice can lead to greater self awareness and understanding. In the middle of all the noise, expectations, and constant pressure to keep moving, we rarely pause to ask the most important question of all: who am I really? This video isn't about perfection, success, or what the world wants me to be. It's about looking inward, honestly, quietly, and courageously. Today, we are peeling back the layers, confronting my fears, understanding my desires, and rediscovering the parts of myself that I often overlook. This is a journey back to me. Let's begin. I am a work in progress, shaped by my experiences but not limited by them. I am someone who thinks deeply, questions meanings, and wants to understand myself beyond the surface. I carry creativity, curiosity, and resilience even on days I don't notice it. I have dreams that I pull forward, fears that try to hold me back, and mind that's constantly evolving. I'm not defined by one role, one mistake, or one moment. I am defined by the way I keep growing. I think I'm a mixture of everything I've felt, everything I've learned, and everything I still hope to become. At my core, I am possibility, someone capable of changing, choosing, and creating my own path. Who I truly am isn't a fixed label. It's the person that I'm trying to become every single day, and I think that person is unfolding beauty. What worries me most about the future is the fear of not becoming the version of myself I hope to be. I worry about choosing the wrong path, missing opportunities, or falling short of my own potential. There's a quiet pressure inside me to succeed, to make the right decisions, to stand out, and to prove something to myself in the world. I'm also concerned about uncertainty, not knowing where life will take me, who will stay, and whether I'll find a place where I truly feel fulfilled. A part of me is afraid of losing my spark or waking up one day realizing I left safely instead of boldly. But underneath all of this, my biggest worry is simple. Will my future feel meaningful, happy, and genuinely mine? And the fact that I think about this deeply tells me that I care enough to shape my future with intention and not fear. What I am really scared of isn't just failure or uncertainty, it's the possibility of not living up to my expectations. I'm afraid of losing my potential, choosing wrong, or ending up somewhere that doesn't feel true to who I am. Deep down, I fear being misunderstood, unnoticed, or not being valued for the person that I'm trying to become. I'm scared of letting people down, especially the ones whose opinions matter most to me. But I'm even more scared of disappointing myself. There's a quiet fear of being struck, of playing it safe, of waking up one day and realizing I never took the risk my heart wanted. But at core, the fear is this: that I won't find the version of myself where I feel proud, fulfilled, and genuinely myself. These fears don't make me weak. They make me human, thoughtful, and aware of how much future matters to me. And I'm trying to work on them. What matters to me most in my life is finding a sense of purpose that feels true to me. Something that makes me feel alive, proud, and connected. I care deeply about becoming the best version of myself, not just in terms of success, but in meaning. I want life to feel like my story, not one written by expectations or pressure. I value the people who truly understand me, the ones who support my growth and make me feel seen. I also care about stability, mentally, emotionally, and in the opportunities I create for myself. And beneath all of it, I want a future where my passion, my identity, and my choices align. Most of all, what matters to me is living a life that feels authentic, one where I'm proud of who I am, confident in my path, and surrounded by my people who recognize that desire for a meaningful, self shaped life is at the core of what truly matters to me. What I need to change about myself is learn who I am. It's how I treat myself. I often expect too much, too fast, and hold myself to standards that I would never place anyone else on. I need to change the habit of doubting my abilities just because I haven't reached the finish line yet. I may also need to loosen the grip of fear of choosing wrong, disappointing others, or not being enough. Letting go of those fears doesn't mean becoming careless, it means trusting myself more is something that I need to understand. Another change that I need is allowing myself to slow down, breathe, and acknowledge how far I've already come. I grow the best when I'm kinder to myself, not when I'm constantly pushing myself to edge. Most of all, I may need to shift from trying to be perfect to trying to be authentic. When I stop fighting who I am and start building who I want to become, everything aligns. The change I need is not a personality, it's a mindset. From self pressure to self belief. I think both matter, but in different ways. Being loved gives you safety, a sense that you belong, that you matter, that someone sees you. It fills the space in me that feels lonely and uncertain. But loving someone, choosing to care, to show kindness, to open your heart, that's what shapes your character. Loving teaches you empathy, courage, and vulnerability. It's something you control and like being loved, which depends on others. But if you look deeper, the balance matters the most. Being loved keeps you grounded, while loving others keeps you human. One without the other feels incomplete. To only want love makes you dependent. To only give love can leave you empty. So, the real answer? I think the most important thing is to love in a way that doesn't lose yourself and to be loved in a way that doesn't limit who you can be. I have four friends I would trust my life with. Not because they are perfect, but because they have been with me since childhood. They have seen every version of me, the confused one, the confident one, the scared one, and the growing one. And through every phase, they have stayed. That kind of loyalty can be created overnight. It's been built through years of shared memories, fights, laughter, secrets, and moments where they have showed up when it mattered. These four people aren't just friends to me, they are my constants. These people are the ones who know how I think, what I fear, and what I value. The ones I don't have to pretend with. Trusting them isn't a choice I made suddenly, it's something time, honesty, and experience shaped. So, yes, I think my trust circle is small, having just four people, but it's strong, and sometimes having few people who truly know me is worth more than many people who don't. For me, never trying is far worse than failing. Failure might hurt, but at least it means I had the courage to take a step, to trust myself, to give life a chance. Not trying leaves me with something heavier than failure, regret and guilt. The kind that stays in your mind long after the moment has passed, whispering, what if? What if I had learned that failure teaches me, shapes me, and pushes me forward? But never trying keeps me stuck. It means letting fear win. It means choosing safety over growth, comfort over possibility. And deep down, I know I'm not someone who wants to look back and wonder what could have happened if I had just taken that first step. So, yes, for me, never trying is worse. Trying means I'm alive, I'm learning, and I'm brave enough to chase something real. And even if I fall, at least I fell moving forward. I live by understanding that the reality of death is what gives life its value. If everything lasted forever, nothing would feel precious. Knowing my time is limited pushes me to be present, to appreciate the small moments, the real connections, the people I love, and the things that make me feel alive. Instead of fearing the end, I use it as a reminder to start, to try things even if I'm scared, to speak my truth, and to chase dreams before they slip away. It teaches me to stop waiting for the perfect moment and to create meaning in the moments I have now. Living with the awareness of death doesn't make life feel darker. It makes it sharper and clearer, is what I think. It helps me focus on what actually matters, and helps me let go things that don't. So, to live fully, it is important to know that one day you're going to die, is what I think. The limit isn't the problem, it's the reason to live with intention, courage, and heart. And that is what death teaches you. I'm not exactly where I want to be at, but I'm also not where I started. And that matters. I may not have achieved every goal, but I'm moving forward towards them in ways I sometimes overlook. Progress isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's quite slow and hidden in small habits, small choices, small improvements that over time. They make me restless, but they are the ones shaping my goals. I've hit some milestones, outgrown some old versions of myself, and learned things that are shaping me for the future. But I also know there are goals I have delayed, not because I'm incapable, but because life, fear, or self doubt got in the way. The truth, I'm still in process of becoming the person who can achieve everything I can dream of. I'm not failing, I'm evolving, and every step I take, even the uncertain ones, is bringing me closer to the goals I set for myself. So, yes, I'm achieving them slowly, imperfectly, but steadily. And the story isn't finished yet. Yes, and the truth is, everyone does, without even meaning to. I think sometimes I take the stability in my life for granted. The people who care about me, the friendships that have lasted for years, the support I receive without always noticing it. I also take myself for granted at times. My own strength, my ability to bounce back, small victories I achieve but barely acknowledge. Sometimes I forget to appreciate the present moment because I'm focused on the future. I take my time, my health, and my opportunities for granted until something reminds me how fragile everything is. But realizing this isn't a flaw, it's awareness. And awareness is the first step towards gratitude. It reminds me to slow down, appreciate the people and the moments that matter, acknowledge the things in my life that I usually overlook. So, yes, I do take things for granted sometimes, but I'm learning to notice, appreciate, and value them more intentionally. I would want people to remember the way I made them feel, that I cared, that I listened, that I showed up with honesty and heart, not for being perfect or extraordinary, but for being someone who tried to make a quiet difference in the lives around me. I'd want them to remember that I lived with intention, that I loved deeply, and that I wasn't afraid to grow, question, and evolve. More than achievements or milestones, I would want them to remember my kindness, my sincerity, and the moments where I made someone feel seen or supported. I would want them to carry the warmth of my presence rather than the details of my life story. In the end, the one thing I hope stays with people is that I lived in a way that touched hearts even in small ways and left the world a little softer